We haven't done a video about van life in a while, so this video is just showing what Gumby rigged up here from some things that we found and accumulated. It's a nice little shelter that actually does a pretty decent job of shedding water in the rain, and it can also help you out on a really sunny day where there's not much shade. And we are here in one of our favorite spots, but it's also kind of a spot that has a bunch of stuff in it, so we were able to procure a table, which is kind of fun, and we've got our camp chairs out that we found along the way. So this shelter, we've got an old tarp up. It's got some holes in it, but like I said, it really shed water the other day when it was both windy and rainy. And something that's beautiful about this setup is this PVC pipe we just found laying around. If you walk the sides of the road or you just happen to come across a place that's kind of abandoned, you find stuff like this. The bungee cords are also often collected from the side of the road, and you can also find them, or people have given them to us just extra. And the final key of this, I would say, is tent stakes. And we find these a lot just from walking around campsites. People leave one or two and we collect them. Something that is needed for this setup is you're gonna have to have a place where you can anchor the tent stakes in pretty well. So if you're on like a really rocky surface, this is gonna be a little more difficult. But Gumby, do you want to go around to the other side where you have it hooked up on the front tire just to show? So he's got this big bungee attached to a grommet on the tarp, and then it's over here in the wheel hub, or the wheel, like the hubcap, which I thought was pretty ingenious. And on the other side, if we can, I guess, walk this way. Where do you have it connected to? You've got this is the other side of the tarp, and it's on a bungee that is just kind of underneath the back door here on the van.
Yeah, this I've connected it to a couple of places, and this is all like you change it around as circumstances change, but this is pretty cool because I can close the back door and it still stays fastened.
And it hasn't bent the bungee cord hook or anything. And this we're kind of still working on trying to find a good way to shed the water off the top of the van. This is a 2006 Toyota Sienna, by the way. And we probably do have some older like weather stripping that could be better. But right here, maybe we could figure out a way to attach it so that the water doesn't go down.
Yeah, we've had two ideas with one we haven't tried yet, which is to take another bungee and attach it to a grommet and stretch it like around through the bottom of our cargo box, which I'll show you what we got up there. And our cargo box is where we can keep a lot of this stuff until we take it down. And the other thing was we found another pole, a bamboo pole, and putting it up right by the door helped. So those are a couple ideas. We haven't got this part figured out yet, like Teresa said.
So yeah, like I said, this is a pretty old beat up tarp with holes in it, but it worked. And none of this is dug into the ground. Like none, it's just like the tension of the bungees is holding it. So it is not in the ground at all. Which I found pretty amazing because there were about 15 mile per hour winds the other day, and it would occasionally flatten this, but then it would pop right back up. So we put this pole when there's not a lot of wind. And again, this is just another PVC pipe that we found, and we just found that like microfiber cloth in the dumpster the other day. So
yeah, so we don't poke a hole in our old tarp.
Yeah. And something else that's really cool about this is during, right now we're doing the COVID-19 sheltering in place or whatever, and a lot of the places that we normally go are closed. For example, the library. We usually fill up our waters at the library if we can. And then the grocery stores that we go to, they also closed their water fountains. So the grocery store is open, but if you go to the store to get water, you have to buy it. So we decided the other day, since it was pouring down water off of the tarp right here and over there, that we would collect it. And this is actually...
Yeah, that string right there channeled a lot of water straight down when it was raining.
This is a pot that we collected water in. As you can see, we filled up all of our containers, all of our water bottles, even an Irish whiskey bottle that Gumby had to finish the whiskey out of.
Yeah, with cleaner water than we get from the grocery stores, which is our other place to get water, the water fountains at grocery stores.
Right. So basically you've got something that will keep the rain mostly off of you, so you can at least, you know, cook, make your coffee in the morning or whatever. Keep the sun off of you for the most part, and even if it's a really sunny day, you could attach another tarp on the side where the sun is coming in.
Which I've done before, yeah. You can just, like Teresa's saying, bungee up a second tarp, which we have like 4 tarps we carry with us, and make a wall. So make the shelter more closed in.
And to me, this is something that really lends itself to this situation, or like if you go to a music festival or some sort of festival where you can car camp or van camp, because it's super portable. I mean, this stuff weighs nothing. We carry around the bungee cords anyway just because they're so useful, and the tarp. And so just bungeeing these couple pieces of PVC pipe, and we've got our little palace outside our front porch.
Yeah, I was taking a nap yesterday. It's really nice because you've got this, it feels like having a front porch. And you just go in the van and you've got your little space to relax in there, and you know, you come out here and you've got shelter from sun, which is something I didn't think of before I moved into a van, how much the sun can be a factor, like getting shade, bringing your own shade, and of course rain. And this old beat up tarp, it has some leaks, but we've got a brand new one that I imagine would work pretty good. So, huh?
Oh, I said exactly.
Yeah, and carrying bungees, I've got a lot of bungees, carrying tarps, and carrying tent stakes. You can rig up all kinds of stuff, so they're always useful to carry. The one thing I'm adding now is these PVC pipes Teresa's talking about. So there's 3, there's these 2 thin ones to hold it up, and a thicker one in the middle.
It's optional.
Yeah, it's optional. And I'm going to bungee these 3 to the rack on top of the van so we can set this up. And it's really easy to set up anytime we want it, you know. I'll just bungee it right up here and we're good to go. And if it gets really windy, Teresa, can you take that center pole down?
Sure.
The center pole will be the first thing to fall. The rest of it is surprisingly durable. So this is what it looks like without the center pole. So it's not as much of a stand-up thing, but it's a perfectly good sit-down thing.
Yeah. And like I said, where there's leaks or where there's, like the water was coming down here, we just put a pot and collected the rainwater. So we kind of made lemons out of lemonade.
And everything you see we carry with us except for this table, because we happen to be on the edge of a field that has a lot of discarded junk and stuff. And some of it we find useful, like that table. So there you go.
Thanks for the panning of all the stuff.
Yeah. So hopefully this idea will get you thinking and help you if you're already living out of a van or considering it, because I have found this to be a huge improvement in our situation. Any last words, Teresa?
Yep.
All right. See you later.